Hey folks, my name is Pravus. Welcome back to more Hearts of Iron 4. We are playing as the Mapuche state, formerly Chile, beginning our great liberation of South and Central America, and soon kicking out the remaining imperialist forces in North America. The United States, of course, is the big one. So we're going to continue our charge down here through Honduras, El Salvador, and Guatemala, take over this territory from the UK. Then we have some really difficult decisions that we've got to make. The US obviously is going to have to go down. And if they're currently still in a situation where they are in undisturbed isolation, the sooner we can attack them, probably the better, because they're not going to have an absolute ton of troops. Massive industry, absolutely, but they haven't properly geared up for war until the Japanese attack the Philippines, which should be very, very soon. So if I can work really, really fast, maybe it's worth trying to take out the US as quickly as possible using my cavalry, even though I have no manpower to go around. On the other hand, if it looks like we're going to be too slow to get there, might be worth sitting back for a few months, let Mexico remain a buffer state while these guys join the Allies, and then just sort of let them send their troops to other locations, you know, like the UK, and then over into Asia, and then hit them while they're gone. So either we're going to hit the United States very soon, or we're going to have to wait a long time. It's one of the two, and I'm not sure which. By the way, one thing I noticed, I'm really peeved that the Incan Empire got my territory over here. I released the Incan Empire, and I gave up my territory with my factories and my precious manpower. I'm just gonna say that kind of sucks, all right? Am I the only one who thinks that? It just sucks. Why did I give that up? That's dumb. Anyway, all right, so what did we do last time? Well, we should have just finished up some more economic improvements. Yep, we strengthened the central bank. Okay, so we have a new industrial concern plus some more stability. Goody, nationalization of copper wouldn't be a bad idea. Modify that Chilean economy, give me some more resources I can trade off and maybe reduce that consumer goods a little bit more. Not that we're doing really well on consumer goods anyway. I mean, like, consumer goods should be down to 12% of my economy, and yet it's still taking up a disproportionate amount of my civilian factories. Like, consumer goods just really doesn't seem as good as it used to be. I honestly don't remember how they changed the math. I feel like this happened like a few patches ago, but it's just not... It's not doing it for me. Getting my legs is proving really difficult. Well, either way, we're ready to go ahead and start a war against Honduras, so let the crusade continue! Let it never end, until all of Central America be free. I'm gonna do something I don't normally do, because I'm so low on manpower, I'm actually gonna weaken one of my units. Pull back a little bit, save me some manpower. It's only 8,000, it's not much. Ugh. Yeah, I think at some point I'm not gonna be able to field very large groups. I'm just not gonna be able to. I'm gonna have to accept that I'm working with smaller divisions because I'm literally at a point where some of my divisions are disbanding as they move around because I can't maintain manpower at all. We're gonna have to go to service by requirement. There's no way around it. We have to have manpower, or when the time comes to fight the United States, guess what? We ain't doing a dang thing. And weirdly enough, I don't think I can actually take on El Salvador as I currently am. I'm gonna have to take out Guatemala first, and then we'll surround and take these guys out. They've got a lot of infantry defending, weirdly enough. Here we go. Let's just go ahead and attack here directly. I really wish my vassals would be a little bit more helpful and actually get into some of these fights. They don't really ever send any reinforcements to the front, which I find irritating. Anyway, Guatemala goes down. Easy. All right, actually, El Salvador is going down way faster than I thought. I'm really surprised how quickly we're burning through this. These guys are super duper weak. Well, good, because I don't have the manpower to spare, so I'm very glad to see that. There we go, that should take care of that. Or, there we go. Yep, perfect. Thank you, bye. Oh, shoot, and something I wanted to do is actually start spying on the US. I messed that up. I meant to actually get a second spy so that we could try to go for a collaboration government if I'm going to go for speed. Yeah, I'm about positive that's not going to work out now. I don't mind trying to do it anyway, just in case it turns out the timing is terrible. I need to go ahead and just do other things, but yeah. And then somehow, I have to take out the Mexican states. I'm not even sure I can take out Mexico, let alone the United States right now. But this is kind of the big test. I've got to find a way to do it. Are there any more states we can release? The answer is yes, actually. We can release quite a few. The Mosquito people. Okay, so Mosquito's out. Oh, right, that takes me political power every time I want to do that. Okay. Well, we're still going to try to do that. The Itza and the Nahua people are all going to get released next. Tiny little nations over here. That's fine. The good thing, at least, is despite all of the losses we've taken so far, my people are still very much in favor of the war. Turns out the Mapuche people really, really don't like Europe. Oh my gosh, am I actually going into the positive on manpower for once? Holy crud, I've actually got some manpower again. Not enough to train up even one more division, so this is not exactly what I call good, but I mean, hey, Progress! Oh, and there's Japan declaring war on the Philippines. Okay, so US is at war. They only just broke out. Do I think I can blitz across Mexico fast enough to get into the US and start starving them? I won't be able to challenge them on the East Coast, but if I can take over all the oil they have in Texas to really hamper their efforts with tanks, planes, and ships, and then maybe push along the West Coast so that they lose a lot of the industry around California, that might be enough to starve them to the point where all I have to do is just be very careful in my encirclements around the South, and eventually we win. Maybe. Though it does depend a little bit on how much the other allies decide to get involved. It's not that I'm scared of Canada. Who's scared of Canada? But I mean, like, if the British decide to send a bit over, they could be a bit of a trouble. They could, yeah, ooh. I think it really comes down to the oil fields. Can I take down the oil fields in the West Coast quickly enough before the US properly wakes up as a sleeping giant? It's really hard to say, honestly. Let's start working toward another operative over here, by the way. All right, I think I'm gonna give it a go. If we can do this, this sets us up beautifully. And if I were not such an idiot, all I'd have to do right now is just do unified by will, and I could have all the manpower and factories I want. It's just, I kind of like the idea of doing this as one gigantic super tag. So I'm really hampering myself a little bit. If I wanted to just be a unified Central and South America, we could totally take this on. Maybe we could have a while ago anyway. Now it's a little bit more questionable, but I want to try. Well, here goes nothing. We've got our war goal. Okay. I don't like this. I don't like playing as a tiny little nation with no manpower. This sucks. All right, let's just try to get in here and see if we can surround these little bits of guys up in Mexico. That should be a chunk of their army that'll be completely cut off. We can wipe that out, then do an encirclement around Veracruz. And then maybe we can push up that way. It's all about speed here. But you know what? Good news. This is exactly why I have cavalry, to try and go as fast as freaking possible. And we are stronger than them. Credit where it's due. Like, this is green across the board over here. It's not even close, weirdly. Wow, yeah, my defense and soft attack is actually pretty decent considering. Whoop, don't take fights that we can't win easily though. I'm not able to lose any extra manpower. I know Mexico City is an absolute pain to get into, by the way, if they're able to hole up in here. So we're gonna try to get into Mexico City. We'll cut off what troops are left over here. This is looking really promising so far. The cavalry are doing their job. They're going fast. Thank you, Mexico City is down. Heck, I should even now be able to release the Mayan people. Hooray! That's another big nation taken care of over there. All right, we've got a Mayan state, ladies and gentlemen. Keep going! This honestly has no business to be working as effectively as it is. These are freaking cavalry in mountains. Cavalry in mountains, I tell you. It doesn't make sense. Why is this working so well? Why is Mexico so pathetic? We can literally only hope that the US is gonna be caught with their pants down just as much as Mexico has been. That's all I can hope for here. So I guess now, yeah, we do start justifying here against, oh, only 10 days? Well, frick that, I'm not turning my hand any faster than I have to. The Panama Canal is a 10-day turnaround, huh? Okay. I think all we have to do is get up to Chihuahua. If we can do that, we win. And the Germans just declared war on the Soviets. All right, we've reached that point, huh? The Axis and the communists are breaking their pact. Well, it's not even that the communists are doing that intentionally. That's just sort of what the Germans did. They forced their hand. They're the baddies at the end of the day, aren't they? There's the US. Okay, sorry, Mexican state's down. Good, okay. Gotta go fast, gotta go fast, gotta go fast. We are gonna set ourselves up primarily here along Texas. Get over here, take all of this. And we do not have a lot of time to get ready, so we're gonna go ahead and start justifying on that Panama Canal. This is it, this is for all the marbles. I mean, according to my spies, they're plenty freaking strong, though. Yeah, wait. Maybe this is a terrible idea, wait a minute. They're not down here, but, where are all your divisions? They're actually still not a member of the Allies, either. Seems a little weird. Shouldn't they have joined by now? Maybe not. Well, they're starting to arrive now. Oh, boy. I got a bad feeling about this. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Okay, that's it. We can't afford to wait anymore. We have to go before they can get in position. This is my chance for the cavalry to really start doing its job. Gosh dang it, I forgot to immediately call these people in. I hate when I do that. I absolutely hate when I start a war and I forget to call in my vassals specifically. And then sometimes you have to do it like 2 or 3 times. It's just like, I don't know, I'm not sure how I feel about that. It's like, get in here, dang it! Okay, there we go, finally. Let's go ahead and hit the US hard in Panama. They should have mostly green troops is my hope. We are definitely overwhelming and taking Panama down, so that's gonna be mine. Thank you kindly. Let's see if we can quickly get around here, see if we can get into San Diego, since apparently they left that to go into Tijuana. I'm trying to get around here to Houston, but not making great progress. Really need some additional cavalry. Just keep making giant encirclements, all right? That's the only way we're going to have a chance at winning this, is if I can get around them. Seriously, though, the Americans, so far from what I'm seeing, are not especially strong. Their soft attack is garbage. So maybe we got a chance here. At the same time, I could just as easily see this being a whole load of false hope. That said, that's one small encirclement. Go, get the ports. Actually, better yet, turn around, get Houston. Yeah, case in point, like, I just got in here and basically deleted a unit around San Diego. Like, the Americans may have troops coming out, but I tell you what, they're very early on in the war. They are not strong yet. Not yet. But God save me, they will be. They will be soon if we don't hurry. But look at this. We're already starting to get in through here, and we're starting to encircle small little groups of Americans. We're getting pockets. We're going to kill them. The problem is the front is so large, it's still going to be very difficult for me to get in here and do anything. Okay, we got a little surround on Houston. This is so far working fine. Keep grabbing those ports. Don't stop until you get to New Orleans. See if you can sneak around Los Angeles. Again, these tiny little encirclements are what's getting me here. If they have troops defending, it's mostly going to be along ports, but that's fine. If it's just one person sitting here, I'll get the drop on them and we'll get it eventually. Every time I see an American, I'm literally going to stop what I'm doing and I'm going to go for an encirclement. I've got cavalry, I've got mobility. It's the only thing I'm good at. But I'm not looking to engage them. That's the thing. I don't want to fight them any more than I have to. Only when I have insurmountable advantages do I want to engage. Case in point with Los Angeles. Say goodbye! There's another little guy taken down. Let's go ahead and finish him off. Clean up, everybody, everywhere. Clean up, everybody do your share. Hey, by the way, allies, I see that you have a lot of troops that are sitting here, doing absolutely nothing. Anyone care to explain that one to me? It's probably got something to do with how they calculate supply and stuff. And they're like, oh, I can't get in there. I'd love to, but it's a little bit too hard. Why can't I reorganize the Mexican government, by the way? One of the following must be true. The United Mexican States exists as a subject. All the following must be true. Does not exist, and someone controls all of this. My vassal does control all of this. So I'm not sure what's really holding me back here. Maybe it's because they technically are a government in exile. That could be. Oh, and the Allies are starting to send some troops. I see some British and French tanks and stuff arriving over here. No. Just like before, we're going to encircle and kill you. Another small encirclement done. Keep it going. Death by 1,000 cuts, America. This really has no business working. I can't believe this is actually working so far. We're obliterating the US. We're absolutely demolishing these fools. Can we get all the way into, like, Florida and stuff? Start taking down, like, Miami? That'd be a pretty nice feather in my cap right now. Oop, they came back and took over Los Angeles. Okay, they're moving a few of their troops around, but, you know, so be it. That's fine. Okay, so we actually do have 2 spies. We could do a collaboration government. 175 days is a long time, and I don't think we're gonna get it, but let's try. Let's put it this way. If I'm still fighting this war in 175 days, I think we may be in trouble. We're about to get all the way up here to Seattle as well, by the way. That's another major victory point taken care of, thank you. And we're already at war with Canada. Why not just take Vancouver for the heck of it? That'll scare them. I'm literally taking my time right now. I'm just gonna keep microing my units forward bit by little bit. Don't get overexcited, don't get cocky. Still not really seeing any evidence that my vassals are helping me in any way, shape, or form, by the way. Like, they're here, but they're not fighting. So what good are they? Ah, now the Americans are starting to show up in more force. Okay, they just trained a bunch more guys, apparently, because here they are showing up in places like St. Louis in numbers. Okay, that's not what I want to see. And the reason I really can't let these guys have Los Angeles is because you know that they're going to start sending troops over from the Japanese fight, and if there's a single port on the West Coast, then all the troops that are over here are going to be able to flood back into the US, and I cannot allow that. We've got to move fast before they get back here. There we go. Thank you, allies, for once for doing something useful. Okay, we actually did manage to get all of Florida. That's hilarious. But they're definitely getting enough reinforcements in here that they're giving me problems. I need to break through the south, I think. If I can break through the south, I can push all the way up into Washington and take them down. How close are they to capitulation at this point, do we think? USA is only 37% of the way to capitulation. So we got a ways to go, is what you're telling me. Great. Yeah, Chicago, Detroit, Pittsburgh, Washington, Philadelphia. Get all the way up here, and I think that's going to be enough to take them down. Because there's not much in the Midwest to worry about, honestly. And then we can turn our attention to Canada. And then we're good to go. But it's about getting to that point. My manpower is looking shockingly good, by the way. I don't know what happened there, but I'm very happy about it. Honestly, I think the one saving grace we've got right now is that the US doesn't have any tanks yet. If they had tanks, this would be over. The fact that they're still just pushing out as much... Oh, wait. Oh, I see American tanks. The fact that they're pushing out cheap American infantry, I think, is the only thing that's really holding me together right now. What just happened with Finland, by the way? Oh, Finland actually is making successful pushes down over here. They just got St. Petersburg. Ah, what do you know? Okay. It's a really juicy encirclement right here, by the way, if I can get in here quickly enough. Lots of British and American troops to take down around Atlanta. This would be a big victory right now. There we go. Okay, encircled, encircled, encircled. Atlanta is super duper screwed. If I can consolidate my troops, we'll clean this up, and then we push up through South Carolina and just work our way up the East Coast. How are we doing logistically at the moment? Surprisingly pretty good considering. We've done a really good job of maintaining ourselves and not losing too much. More planes at this point doesn't do me a whole lot of good if I'm completely honest. I'm not really sure what that I want to start developing. I guess we could start working on mechanized, but no, you know what? I need trucks. We need trucks. Maybe I can either get field hospitals, lying, or we can start working toward like some motorized artillery, toss that onto my cavalry, and all of a sudden they look a lot better now, don't they? By the way, do we want to go ahead and just encourage some immigration? 40% more manpower in Santiago and stuff, you know? I mean, you can only do it once, active for 20 days, when removed. Yeah, so in 20 days, we get 40% more local manpower in Santiago. I guess we could try it, sure. Oh, for frick's sake, one of my agents got captured. No! We were this close to finishing the collaboration government! And they captured my other operative. For frick's sake, alright, apparently America's just really good at capturing my operatives now. And we're really bad at setting up we're really bad at setting up collaboration governments. Why is my supply so bad over here? What's happened? Do we not control... Well, we control some good supply hubs. This one's not set up yet in Nashville, but I would think that we've got enough supply going around. Maybe my allies are finally getting involved and it turns out it's a little bit too much pressure. Could totally see that being the case. And why do I now suddenly have 220,000 manpower? Really? Did I get that much just from encouraging the immigration? Whoa! Okay. Yeah, that was more worth it than I thought it would be. Almost got it, almost got it. All right, so that encirclement's been taken care of around Atlanta. That's a lot of deaths. Hey, we even got an encirclement right here. My allies are now exploiting the open lines and pushing. This is great. We have a complete free shot up the East Coast. They can stick around St. Louis. I don't even care. I'm actually going to do something really stupid. I'm going to let my allies hold these front lines. Not that they're very good, but there's not many victory points to lose. I'm going to move everything over here, and we're just going to push. We're going to push, and we're going to try to win this war, dang it. What's crazy here is that, honestly, I'd say the UK forces are proving to be more dangerous than the US forces right now. Not something I say very often, but in this case, I think it's true. Go, 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 cavalry. Speed, 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 cavalry. I honestly am shocked how well this is working. The cavalry's speed is proving to be amazing. If only I could have afforded motorized and done mobile warfare. This actually is how it's supposed to be done. And is someone trying to land troops over here? I see some British subs. Wait. Well, yep, the Americans are trying to land over here. Well, you know, that's not great. But it's not that bad either. And I actually did get 30% collaboration with the US. Well, that's a shock. Huh, here's something funny, by the way. So the sinking of the SS Tolton. Looks like a German submarine just torpedoed one of my convoys. We could condemn them, make the Germans unhappy. We could demand compensation, or we could say this means war. We don't declare war immediately. We just get a puppet war goal against the Germans. We can do this. Nah, we're just gonna go ahead and demand compensation. I will always have the option to declare war against the Germans later and prove my superiority. Now is not the time to worry about that. And whenever I see holes in the American front line, just like this, we're gonna go over here and we're gonna surround some more around Richmond and just keep pushing them down. Keep going. And the Germans actually gave me a couple of civilian factories plus a consumer goods reduction. Oh, nice. Thank you. I mean, hey, for one convoy, I'd say that was a pretty good deal. You want to sing some more? Ah, the Americans are popping back up in Florida and stuff. All right, my strategy over here is getting a little bit risky. Is it gonna pay off? Can we burn them down fast enough? But hey, we do have Washington, D.C. Just got Philadelphia. We get up to Newark, New York, Providence, Boston. We're close to getting to Detroit, Cleveland, Pittsburgh. Can I get anybody over to, like, Chicago and stuff? Are you even defending that? Nope, they've given up completely over there. Oh, crap, they've actually cut me off now. Yeah, this is definitely base race territory right now. Oh my god, the United States just finally capitulated. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Now, Clean up, take out Canada. Clean up, take out Canada. Clean up, take out Canada. For God's sake, clean up, take out Canada. So we've got Ottawa pushing up into Montreal. The UK is obviously rather peeved, but what can they do? Let's see, we finally have an upgrade for our infantry equipment. That's great. Making pushes up over here. If I can take the rest of the coast, the UK won't be able to land anything. Though Australia is trying to land something right now, which I find a little annoying, but okay. So in order to reorganize the US, am I going to have to actually finish off the Allies and end World War II? Is that how this is going to be? I can see that being the case. Now, some of my subjects are elevating themselves into colonies right now. Which should be fine, because I should still be able to fully annex them when the time comes, so I'm not really worried about it. Oh, and Canada just capitulated. I didn't even realize we got the last points, but there we go. Okay. Alright, okay. So, if I want to liberate some more peoples, I don't like these reorganized ones. They really mess you up. But if I can get the last territories up over here, we can actually just release these guys, and then I don't have to worry about the occupation. Holy crud, though. Okay, that was a lot of jump cuts on your end, because that was a ton of micro for me. But we did it. We freaking did it. Okay, so that leaves probably take down the UK. Although, if that's going to be the thing, the Germans are going to demand a lot of land, aren't they? I'm not going to be able to release everybody the way I want to. Am I? Probably not, probably not, probably not. Well, let's see what else we can do, but I'm gonna end this video here because it's been a little while. I would say this was tremendous progress, and if we had been even like 2 months slower, I don't think we could have pulled this one off. I think that we would just caught the US right as they were ramping up. Any later, we would have lost the game. I'm about positive, but I'm amazed that we pulled that one off. So we got a long way to go, but imperialism has been just about fully banished out of the Americas. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If so, I would ask you hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, make sure you hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.